Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to all. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be around the world. My name is Mia. I am a Nubian goddess, and I have a very excited, very important message today. For those of you that are listening by phone, on the app, or on your computer, welcome to my channel. And the message today, we're going to be talking about karma, karmic cycle, okay? And I do know it's going to help a lot of people out there, a lot of people. And as you can see, I already have some cards lined up, okay? And as I continue the message, if needed, I will put out some more cards, okay? But I already got the download anyway, so the message is not really in the card, but it's from the downloads that I receive. So this message, it will pertain to some people, a group of people. It's not gonna resonate with everyone, okay? Because some of you already, either you're going through this, you will be going through it, or you already went through it, okay? So for those of you that already went through it, this message is just a confirmation that what you went through is what you went through. You're not crazy, you didn't lose it or anything like that. And for those of you that have not gone through it yet, you just don't know what I'm talking about. But for those of you that are in the middle of this, that will resonate, and it's going to help you recognize and identify truly what's going on, okay? So, and there are people out there that already went through this, and they didn't have any help, they didn't really know what's going on and things like that, okay? So we, basically, I would say that this is about karmic, non-stop karmic cycle, okay? And there's quite a few things. I really don't know where to start, to be honest with you, because there is so much going on. There is so much going on. But what I can say is, first of all, for the people that I'm talking to that already went through this, you broke free from whatever that cycle, that repetitive, it was a repetitive cycle, okay? It was a non-ending cycle, okay? The cycle basically went on like a ring. There was no beginning or no ending to it, okay? And you were in it for so long. You didn't, first of all, you didn't even know you were in it. But now that you have woken up, you finally recognize what you were in, okay? And if this has to do basically with relationship, okay, let's just say that it has to do with energy, okay? Relationship energy, okay? So basically, you were entertaining this same energy basically for half a century, okay? Many of you has been in this cycle for 30, 40, 50, even 60 years, okay? Entertaining the same energy over and over and over again, okay? The energy will take different form, will look different, okay? But it's the same energy beneath it, you see? And because of this energy that you were entertaining for so long, you were caught up in this energy. It was basically like a trap. It was kind of like blocking you from gaining wealth, your finances and things like that. That's the first thing that came came out, you know, you see? And many of you, this energy has caused a lot of hardship in your life, you see? Things like that. And if you are a man or if you are a woman, you were there was a point in time you got to the point where you were saying, like, I don't understand, why is it I always attract the same type of guys? Why is it I always attract the same type of female, you know? Or it will look strange to you that the girlfriends you had, they were like either all the same, or there were certain personality traits, or or um, or the attitude or the way they act were basically similar. Okay, you just did not understand, and the reason that many of you did not understand, because a lot of you were asleep. Okay, we're asleep, and I'm talking to those people that already went through this. Okay, and if you are going through this now, you can identify with this as well. So you were asleep. You did not do your shadow work because spiritually you were still asleep. Okay, and there's a lot of you were called. You were called by the divine. You were called by the universe many years ago. Like I said, many of you for half a century, you were called. But the fact that you were asleep, you just did not either hear the calling, or you just did not understand. And this is why the universe kept on sending you these different karmics. It's the same energy, but different physical bodies, because in the Bible it tells you it's the same old devil, comes in different suits. Okay, so if you really look back, you can identify that these people you were dealing with, and like I said, could be female, male, or female, whatever. There was something. Okay, if you went to 10 comics, okay, you were to 10 comics, they were trying to teach you lessons, okay, because the universe kept on sending you the same energy over and over and over again, but through different suits, to different vehicles, to different vessels, okay? But as you look back, you will realize that all of these comics, either there was something familiar, there was something similar that all of them had. Okay, let's just say, like, either, this is just an example, either all of them had green eyes colors, I'm just saying, or either all of them were either dark skin or brown skin or light skin, or there was something similar. Okay, either there was something about there was a dress, or all of them had a thing for for cologne or perfume, something, you see. And this is for those that have done the work. You are truly awakening and looking back, and you were like, wait a second, for the last 30 years, even though I had dated different guys, I had different spouses, I was married to different guys or different girls, whatever, but they were all the same. It's because it was the same energy. It was the same energy, okay? And the reason why the universe send those comics, to teach you lessons, to help you grow, okay, to help you be who you are today. Because if it was not for these comics, and I'm talking about for those that have done the work, for those that have earned the title, that are truly wearing the crown today, or you sitting on your throne today, okay, you have been anointed, okay, you carrying the mantle right now, it's because of these comics, so but what happened was they kept the universe kept on sending you because as you look to these cards here, you see all these people, they basically practically look the same, okay, they almost look the same, you see. So they were sending you either they'll send you the first comic, you did not learn the lessons, okay. Either the person that comic you were with, they were very abusive in different ways, you know, or they did not appreciate you, okay, and or they were cheaters, okay, they were cheating, okay, or they were liars, or they were married, they were married men, or they were married women, whatever the case was, and you were involved with these people. So what happened is they'll send you the comic. You did not learn the lessons, and the universe will send you another comic. But this time they'll send you someone that is much difficult or just a little bit more toxic than the first one and the third one. But each time they'll send you a comic and you still have not learned the lessons, they'll send you somebody that is really toxic, somebody that is really, really just devilish, okay? And some of you, the universe truly had to turn up the volume. They truly had to turn up the volume. And you know how like when someone, you will watch a movie and things like that, and just an example, the way the treatment they used to treat people in the old days, like with mental issues, they used to use, I think, like electricity volt, something like that. And each time, they will keep on putting the volume of the electricity volt higher and higher and higher and higher till the person is finally free or cured, whatever the case may be. So it's the same thing with the universe. They keep on sending, each time they keep on sending you these different comics, but with a little bit more twisted than the other one, okay? And but you still did not learn the lessons. You still did not learn the lessons. So finally, the universe needed for you to learn your lessons. And these people that was part of your life, like I said, they were cheaters. You know, they will stab you through the heart. You know, they'll stab you. You know, either they'll stab you, hurt you, almost destroy you. Either through they put you in to third party situation, which is they had other people and things like that. Okay, some of you, whatever you work for, you never really. Oh, it's another thing the comic lesson taught you. It's like some of you will look back and you like, wait a second, wait a minute, what have I accomplished with my life for the past 30, 40, 50, or 60, even 70 years? Okay, looking back, you see that all your hard work did not end, did not add up to nothing. Okay? All right? And most of you, these were different people. Different people were comics, like family members. Some of you, your whole family are comics. Some of you were fortunate enough to be born into a family that is totally, totally toxic. Totally. Okay, toxic. Hey. And looking back, you'll see that all these comics, especially the one in your family, they are an assignment, and each of them, their assignment was basically to destroy you, one way or the other. Okay? So, so some of you had, heavy burdens, too great to carry. So family members, so when you have family members, people that you thought you could trust, were was out to destroy you. Some of them are still out to destroy you, but they have been blocked, okay, by the universe, by God, the goddess, to block them. These people can no longer, they can continue doing what they're doing, but it's not gonna have any effect on you whatsoever. Okay, so let's continue. And with these energies, one day when you come to realize, you were like, wait a second, okay? Because like I say, I do know this has been the same energy coming in different form, okay, different bodies, okay, coming to teach you a lesson, but you never learn. And finally, the universe was like, wait a second, they're not getting it. They're not learning what they need to learn, so I can, crown them, allow them to, so they can claim, their royalty. Okay, some of you come from ancient bloodline, royalty. Some of you have DNA dating back way, to Atlantis. Okay, that's how ancient your bloodline is, your DNA is, okay? So some of you were in Atlantis and you are reincarnated right now in this particular time, okay? So coming here to do the work, change the world, whatever, in one way, one shape or the other, and things like that. So the universe really needed you to wake up. So, like I say, so you can start doing the work. And some of you, you just did not get it, and finally they had to send in someone not only just toxic, someone that is totally demonic into your life. Okay, posing as a girlfriend, posing as a boyfriend, posing as a spouse. Okay, to truly wake you up, and that soul was the one that was able, that demonic, toxic, disgusting person was the one that was able to penetrate you and truly wake you up, taught you a lesson of a lifetime, and truly woke you up. Okay, and some of you, this person, not just a karmic, but this person could have been a twin, so toxic that you thought it was a karmic. That's how toxic they were. But remember that twin of yours was a version of who you were. Okay, before you woke up, before you decided to accept your calling. That's who you were. And when that person came into your life, they reminded you of that part of you, and that's basically what shook you up, that woke you up. Okay? So it had to be that. But waking up to find that demonic person that woke you up was just not enough, because the universe is not gonna be like, okay, you learn your lessons, good, okay, now I can trust you, I believe in you. It's not gonna work like that, because you really have to prove yourself to the universe. Because even though that person taught you lessons, okay, stabbing you in the heart. Now, most of you have your guard up. Okay, we're going to get to this part here in a minute. Okay, many of you had to look back. You have to watch other people. But most of you had to get down and turn yourself into the universe right here. Okay? The Trinity here. And when you look in the background, you're going to see like something like heaven type of thing. Some of you had to put down your sword, the fighting, because most of you were fighting against you. Okay? Most of you, was fighting against your own self. Because you were a karmic. This is what happened, because, most karmic, they fight against themselves. So most of you had to put your sword down, get down on your knee, put your sword down, get down on your knee, and pray. And ask the universe to help you out, to help you find your way. Because many of you, somewhere, you lost your way. Many of you were going on, you didn't even know what you were going through. You lost your way. Okay? So, and when the baggages got too heavy, you truly had to turn into the universe, turn to them for help, turn to your ancestors for help, help. Your ancients, you have to call upon them to help you out, to help you find the way, because you were so totally lost. But this person that was so toxic, okay, like I say, some of you had so many issues, so many problems. You finally had to tell the universe to help you out so you can be healed, because the baggages, the trauma, all this thing you went through, whatever you went through as a child, many of you were struggling with things that happened to you as a child. Whatever that could, that was, abuse, abandonment, like I said, toxic family members, making your life a living hell, okay? Molestation, whatever the issue was, okay? Dysfunctional family, household, whatever. So when the issues got too great for you, too heavy, you had to bend, to get down on your knee and ask the universe, ask God to help you. You had to. There was no choice. And once you did that, the universe stepped in, heard you, and decided to help you. Yeah. So when you finally woke up, when this demonic person, your last great test you went through, because this was a test, okay? Now remember, to all this calming you went through, you were going to test and test and test, and you thought you passed, but you never passed, because once the final exam, because example, like if you are like in a class, right, like a grade, whatever, you know how they give you to test and everything, but the main test that really matters is the final exam, because you can pass all the other tests, but if you fail the final exam, you fail the grade or the course or whatever. Okay, so you have to go and repeat that cycle again. So if that happened to you in the 9th grade, you failed the final exam, you have to go and repeat that same 9th grade again. Okay, so this is what happened to the people that I'm talking to right now. So you kept on repeating the same 9th grade over and over and over and over till you finally got it, and you pass the final exam. But passing the final exam the universe was not over with you, because they kept on sending you a reviewing test. Okay, so what a reviewing test is, even though you finally broke free and you're like, wait a second, okay, I got this lesson, I've learned it, I get it, okay, I finally understand who I am, and the work that I need to get done and things like that. But the universe was not satisfied, so they kept on sending you people, the same energy, to test you. You see, to test you, to see, did you get it? Okay, did you truly pass the final exam? They wanted to make sure that you did not cheat on that exam that you passed. That it was really you that answered this question. That was really you that passed, that your test was authentic. Okay? So they had to send to you to reassure, to make sure that you did not get the answers from somebody else. that it was truly you that learned the lesson and you passed. Okay? And they kept on sending you that same energy to test you, and most of you did. And for those of you that did pass, okay? And because you were like, wait a second, didn't I just deal with you like 6 months ago? Didn't I just deal with you like a year ago? Didn't I just deal with you like 2 years ago? What are you doing here? Didn't I just deal with you like a couple weeks ago? Okay? And come to realize that these people will come back, that energy will come back. It was like the same person, the same person. Okay? With their toxic ways, coming to try either to seduce you, okay, to tempt you into things that used to seduce you in the old times, when you were toxic. It could be anything, it could be, if you had, I don't know, whatever, alcohol, sex, whatever the case may be, anger issues, whatever the case may be. Or this person will come and try to, they will lust for whatever, they'll come and, try to see if you have passed the test. But for those of you that have truly learned the lessons from that king of demons, and you recognize that energy, you were like, wait a second, wait a minute. I know who you are. I'm not falling into your trap. I'm not falling into these tricks you have set up for me. Yeah. So once you did that, and this is why now, now that you have sitting on your throne, people are kneeling down to you. You have people kneeling down to you, okay? And right here, this energy here sitting on the throne with that big fat coin in their hands and things like that, So, and right here, people kneeling down to the same person, because you hold the key to whatever. So people now are kneeling down to you. But for those of you, like I said, already went through this, or those of you that is going through this, and you kind of like, oh, okay, now I get it, understand, then it will be easier for you to recognize and make this transition much easier for you. Because there was a lot of people that already went through this, and they did not even know that they went through this. Okay? And some of you were blinded and kept on this because some of you had heavy duty witchcraft done on you. Okay? And yeah. Some of these family members you had you turn your back to heavy duty witchcraft, so your back was turned on whatever you tried to, basically whatever you tried to do, you were trying to do, you always failed because of the witchcraft. And it was coming from all different ways. You see all this sword on this person's back, so numerous. This person is also tied up, their hands are bound, their feet are bound with the swords, they can't move, and they're laying face down, so they can't see. You see, they can't see. It's because of these toxic family members. Okay, not only that you had to deal with all these karmic tests, but also you were under such heavy duty witchcraft that, and like I said, from people you knew, that you couldn't see straight. You couldn't see straight. And a lot of these so-called demonic family members, they already knew you before you knew yourself. Okay, because they wanted to steal, they wanted to steal your destiny. They wanted to steal your money. Okay, they knew that you were destined to be great. They knew that you were destined, you were born to be famous or to leave a legacy behind, okay, and to shine, okay, and they were trying to prevent that, and the whole time you didn't even know it, and these people kept on doing witchcraft after witchcraft, to blind you, so you couldn't see. Yeah. And some of these people that did witchcraft also to basically turn you into a zombie, a living dead, make your hair fall out and all kind of craziness. But for the people that really went through all these tests and you made it, okay, and you continue to do the work, continue to do the work, um, continue to pray. You have to pray every day, or if you meditate, continue to do that on a daily basis. Continue to cleanse your home, cleanse your space, continue to take baths. Whatever you got to do, you have to protect yourself. You need to protect your home, your pets, okay, your energy, because there's a lot of energy vampires out there. So much energy vampires draining you. Okay, there's a lot of people out there that want to manifest things using your energy, so they don't have to do the hard work. They think they can come in and just tap in your energy without them doing the work. But know that your energy don't only you have to protect it, but also you need to lock down your energy. You need to lock it down. For those of you that do private reading for people, you don't need to open yourself up during private reading. You always need to be locked up, your wall, be behind your wall, okay? Because remember, you doing the energy for the person, okay? There's no such thing as volunteering, energy, exchanging energy just like that. No. The same way some of you have taken control of your things that was destructive in your past, the same way you have to take control of your energy. Do not allow anyone or anybody to just tap in. There are ways to protect your energy. There are ways to lock down your energy. Not allowing just anybody to tap in, or just not allowing just no one to tap in, period. But some people out there, for some reason, the same way some people out there think that they can come in and do stuff, do magic, witchcraft, whatever, to steal your destiny. They think they can come in and just, take your energy, manifest whatever they want, tap into your energy so they can manifest the things they want, like buying homes and being rich and things like that. Don't allow those things, to be done unto you. And for those of you that are afraid to be alone, you always need to be around people. You always got to have people around you. You always got to have people in your house. You always got to be at the neighbor's house. You always got to have the neighbors over your home. You cannot be without somebody for 5 seconds, then you are at high risk. No wonder you cannot manifest anything. No wonder you cannot achieve anything. Okay, some of you were meant to be solo on your own, away from people, away. Some of you were meant to be away from civilization, period, away from the city, period, and be somewhere on your own with you and nature. If you don't want to be just alone like that, you can, ask the universe to send you somebody where you can basically have them near you. If you decide that you want to go and live out in the sticks, they call them, or out into nature somewhere, or in a farm land, away from people, just be with somebody that knows that the universe knows that they can entrust and be near you or next to you. I'm not talking about it doesn't have to be romantically, it could be just a companion. The reason why some of you cannot manifest anything because you are around people And you should not be around people. You should not have neighbors next to you. So let me see if there's another message here concerning this comic cycle. Yeah, and this comic cycle, you were caught up, and some of you were even married to this comic or whatever. And looking back, if you had kids with this comic, things like that. Example, if you had like 3 different comics and you had kids with them, but back then you didn't know they were comics. You thought that these people were the love of your life and things like that. But you end up either, each of, just an example. You had 3 kids from 3 different baby mama or baby daddy, example, okay? And but you end up leaving these people. But each time you left them because either, you said, well, they were like the next person, or there was something about them, they were just identical. But back then you knew that they were like, wow, Tom remind me of John, man. It's the same thing. When is it going to stop? But you just did not have any understanding. So you had these kids. So somewhere down the line, have you ever had someone come up, like even a stranger, maybe somebody you don't even know, they were like, they were talking about your kids, oh, those twins, or they thought that either 2 of these kids were from the same father, or all 3 of them was from the same baby father. Because they were like, oh my God, they look so alike. Oh, I thought they were from the same father. They look so much alike. It's because it's the same energy. Because what you're seeing here tangibly, the timeline right here, and the physical, and the spirit and the spiritual realm, things operate differently. Okay? What you may consider a day here can be 1,000 years on the other side. Okay? So it's easier what you think that, well, that could not be the same person because whoever I was dealing with, they're still alive, or, something like, things like that. But you have to understand that on the other side, things are different. Time operates, there's no such thing as time, but I'm saying time so you can better understand, operate differently. Okay? So they are they're these energy, or these that comes in, or these entities have the possibility of switching different bodies. Okay, there's the same energy but different bodies coming in and operating to these different people. So when you thought that it is somebody new, it's the same old person you entertaining over and over and over again till you learn the lesson. But each time you don't get the lesson, they keep on coming back more toxic and more powerful, and finally they have to come in a way to finally break you down, to wake you up. And that is just that. And this karmic are very powerful. I'm talking about spiritually, they're very powerful people. They're just that they use their gifts in the wrong way, but it's the assignment. This is what they came here to do into your life. This is what they were assigned to do. Okay, they took on the responsibility to do that, the dirty job, so you can have a better life. I'm talking about spiritually. So you cannot blame these comics. You cannot blame the comic cycle you were caught into. You have to be thankful and grateful because you are who you are today. I'm talking about spiritually because of these lessons, especially the last one that taught you the greatest lessons of your life. So you have to be thankful. So you should not be mad or angry against this person if you happen to see them somewhere in the future. You can tell them, I have forgiven you I've forgiven you already, but I just want to thank you for what you have done for me, because if it wasn't for you, then I would not be who I am today. You know? Because these people that were doing all these things like that, they wanted to see you like a slave. They wanted you to be like a slave. This is what they're trying to do. But this is who you were destined to be, sitting on your throne here and holding the money. People worshiping you. See right here. People bowing down to you. And it's happening now. You are sitting on your throne, but you are also standing up in authority. But you finally had to humble yourself, learn the lessons, in order to be where you are today. So you are no longer bound, you are free. You're no longer bound, And you now that you are free and you truly have learned your lesson, you have truly learned your lesson. Because like I said, after final exam, they did send you a few tests and you passed them. So now you have enough, you're able to share with others, you're able to give to others. People are going to come into you now and ask you, and you're going to have more than enough to give to other people, Okay, some of you are going to have so much money, it's going to be heavy. It's going to be like a baggage, not in a bad way, but you wouldn't have nowhere to keep this money or to carry this money, You're going to be so wealthy. You're not going to have any room to hold to this wealth. That's how wealthy you're going to be. Not only you won't be able to have room. Your bank account will be full. Wherever you place money, those accounts will be so full. But you're also gonna have enough in your home or in you, to give, to share to others. So that's the message today, and I'm glad that